So I want to start with, when did you decide to become a lawyer and what led you down that path of a law degree?
Well, I think it was probably various instances round the dinner table with family, friends, and being sort of told in a complimentary way, probably not, that you're somewhat argumentative and you might want to consider going down the barrister route, which didn't know much about at the time. I, as you do various work experiences growing up, and I I remember shadowing one lawyer in particular at my first ever law firm I worked at. I won't embarrass him by saying his name, but I sort of remember rotating between different seats and doing different areas of law and being completely, I guess, captivated by that area he was practicing in. So much so that I think I actually said, after a few days shadowing him around the office, is there any chance he could sort of put a word in and basically put a roadblock almost in the way of me then having to go on to I think it was residential conveyancing department or something like that. So I ended up essentially spending the rest of my placement there, and never really looked back after that in terms of that area. So much so, going through degree, etc., and not really having a massive interest in any other area of law. So quite
Yeah.
unusual, and appreciate that's not going to be reflective of a lot of people's experiences who don't actually know until they're sort of midway through what's called a training contract over here, where you're sort of trying different areas and doing different seats in a law firm. So slightly unusual and ahead of time there, I guess.
Yeah. So did that, with the study, did it make it easier, or was it more like a lot of the subjects were a nuisance because you knew, I'm never gonna practice in this area?
I the slight difficulty actually was at law school, or at university, sorry. The area of law that I now do was not a required module. So it was a little bit of a bun fight going into, I think it was my final year, to do IP law, because, to be completely transparent, I had not been particularly sort of engaged with the modules that I had been doing up until the final year. So it was sort of quite risky, actually, I suppose, with hindsight. And I was sort of looking to that final year going, that is the area that I want to do. Um, Obviously, had I not have done it, there are still avenues into the profession, but it's sort of confirmed to me that that was the avenue I wanted to do. Because, to be completely honest with you, there wasn't really another area of law at that time which sort of I was sold on practicing for the rest of my days.
Yeah.